Hey, I miss you guys. I hope you're doing really, really well. I really do miss you guys. This is my cat, Vampy. She thinks it's all about her, and she's not right, but I like her anyways. So she wanted to say hi. She is just a big lump of cat, and not real bright, but very curious, just like me. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi to you guys and to let you know that we're going to start plowing through some stuff pretty soon, and it's going to be actually kind of fun. We're pretty excited about it. Um, Otherwise, I'm just sitting here working on cat hair all over the place and working on getting cool stuff for you guys set up. Ooh, and then check out what I'm going to do. I've never done one of these. Okay, kitty, go down. Hi. She'll start meowing. It sounds kind of like a duck. It's okay. I've never done one of these before in my life. I've had this for like 10 years. It's an older set, and I'm so pumped to get it put together. Ready? It's a Frank Lloyd Wright one. It's Falling Water. I'm so pumped. I can't wait. It's going to be great. I've never done one. It's going to be great. Anyways, if anyone has tips for me, let me know. I'm happy to learn. Here's
Hello,
Mr. Murphy.
everybody. Though this is a very strange and frustrating time, there are lots of great things we can do while we're stuck at home to better ourselves, learn new skills, develop new routines, or take on a creative project. I've used this time to do a lot of composing, practicing, and developing my own skills in virtual education, as I'm hoping to roll out to you soon. In fact, I've even decided that learning a new skill would be best for my dog, Scout, too. We're on day 3 of practicing her new skill, which is to catch food out of the air. Take a look at our progress. Ready? Okay, Scout. You're really gonna have to concentrate. See this? Ready? 1, 2. Okay, smaller piece this time. Sit. Sit. We made a little progress. As you can see, the third attempt, she actually opened her mouth, which is far better than just getting hit in the face and then picking it up off the floor. So, good job, Scout. We'll keep working. Scout! So I hope you found some time to create something or learn a new skill as well. Have you ever thought, I always wish I knew how to play guitar? Well, the good news is we live in a day and age where guitar lessons are accessible on YouTube, or you can get a private teacher over Skype. There are guitar tabs that you can learn from, lots of opportunities. Do you have a stack of books that grows faster than you keep up? Read something. Try not to just stare at the TV screen, play video games, as tempting as it is, and as quickly as you can get that personal gratification. Doing a project or doing something creatively is good for the brain, it's good for the soul, and I encourage you strongly to take something on like that. Please share what you're doing. Please share what you're learning and what you're teaching yourself and what you've created or what projects you're working on. I'd love to hear about it.
And though we can't really rehearse in a traditional sense together, um, there's some stuff we're still going to do, and it's going to be cool. Here's what it is. The first week, we're just sort of easing into stuff a little bit. Don't want to overwhelm you. Don't want to like freak you out. None of that. Plus, we're all kind of learning together. So the first thing we're going to do is there's a really cool tour. It's an online tour, but it's still a tour of the Museum of Musical Instruments, or the Musical Instrument Museum if you're left-handed. So it's going to be really cool. So you just go on it on your own time, tool around, look at all the crazy fun instruments. So that's something that you can do on your own. It's not graded or anything like that. Just do it, sort of get used to how we're going to sort of do that. It'll be fun. The other thing we're going to do is also an optional, again, not graded, but there's a cool website called Sight Reading Factory. So on this website, you can sight read rhythms, and you can set it to how hard or easy you want it, or like what kind of time signatures or whatever. They can also have you sight read like melody if you want. So if you want actual pitches, so it's not just like rhythm. I'll rhythm all the time. So you can do actual pitches if you want to, treble, bass clef, whatever. So I would want you to take some time on that if you can and just tool around and just do some sight reading just to get sort of back into your instrument if you haven't touched it in a little while. So that is one thing, well, I guess two things. So that'll be the first week. After that, we're going to go on kind of a regimented Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. On Mondays, we're going to go back. If you're a sophomore, junior, or senior, you will remember doing major scale checkoffs last year. So we're going to go back and revisit that just because it's really good to keep scales in your fingers. Scales are the building blocks of all music. So keeping those scales in your hands is really, really important. So we're going to go back and we're going to do those. We're going to do like 5 a week for 3 weeks. Of course, if you want to sit down and you want to plow through all 15 at once, more power to you. You can certainly do that. But we're going to ask that you do about 5 a week. That should spread things out for you enough. That's only like 1 a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's not so bad. After that on Mondays, after we knock out the major scales, we're actually going to do some minor scales, which is new for everybody. So that's going to be something else that we'll do. That one, just because it's new for everybody, we're only going to do 3 of those a week. Most of you don't have a lot of experience playing minor scales, and that's okay, but you're gonna. On Wednesdays, I've got YouTube playlists made for all of you, specifically on your instruments. So like for me, you guys know that I'm a woodwind player, and I don't always have a whole lot of experience in brass or percussion, but man, there are some super smart people on YouTube that do. So you're going to get some really cool instruction that way. And some videos are just kind of fun. Then you're going to do a written reflection, just 2 brief paragraphs, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 sentences each or more if you really want to talk to me about stuff. The first paragraph is going to talk about what you learned, maybe something that new that you learned or something that you just didn't know existed. The second paragraph is really just going to be a personal reflection, what you thought about it, if it is inspiring you to do a little bit more digging, if it inspired you to actually apply what you learned, or it inspired you to listen more, or whatever it did. So just that 2 little paragraph reflection, easy peasy, chicken breezy, send it out, done. The playlists that I have for you, again, they're for your specific instrument, but you can go through and do it whatever order you want. So if there's one video that is super interesting to you on one week, do that video. Super good. Do it. If there's another video 2 weeks later that you're like, oh yeah, this one seems really cool, fine, watch that one. Or if you just want to watch a bunch of them, there's more than what you need there to give you a variety. On Fridays then, Mr. Murphy is going to do some really, really cool music theory for you. And the hope is that the music theory can then apply to what you're seeing on the video and even apply to your major and minor scales. Those of you that have been in his music theory class, this is just reinforcement. Everyone else, this might be new material, maybe a little bit of review, but hopefully new material that'll make just music click for you more. So that's pretty cool. And then the last couple Fridays that we have together, we're going to do sort of a flipped classroom, which is Mr. Murphy's idea. He's brilliant. This is going to be so much fun. Both of us are going to play an etude for you on our primary instruments. We're going to make a couple mistakes, though. We'll give you the sheet music, and then you grade us. It's about time, isn't it? That's what I thought. So those are some of the activities that we're going to have lined up for you. We'll get started at some point. It'll be fun, though. This is all kind of stuff Mr. Murphy and I wish we had time to do in the normal year. So while we're not able to actually rehearse as a full ensemble, this is the stuff that is the really cool stuff anyways. So, all right. Love you guys. Not in a creepy way. Nope. Bye.
So I ask that you please be flexible and patient with us as we work through some inevitable technology snafus. I hope everything works great, but I expect some challenges as there are lots of schools using the same websites and programs to complete their assignments these days, and there will be likely some challenges as a result. If you're running into problems, please reach out, and I'll do my best to help. Keeping an eye on my email anywhere between 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock each day. Consider those my office hours. And you can reach me at my usual email address, cdmurphy@wbsd-schools.org, or I'll be checking my Google Chat, which might be a faster way to ask questions and get help right away. If you're not familiar with that, if you're logged into your Gmail, on the bottom left corner, there is a button for Hangouts. You can click on that and then click the plus button and type in the person's name that you want to contact, and that will open up a chat with that person. And then we can send messages back and forth to kind of work through some of the things you're dealing with. Keep in mind that if you're trying to reach other teachers with that, it's easy to miss that they've got an incoming message. So you may want to send emails first unless they've specifically said that they'd be using that Google Chat.
Vampy and I are going to have similar office hours to Mr. Murphy. And my email is LDUCKERT, that's L. Duckert, at wbsd-schools.org. Other thing I wanted to bring up is if you didn't bring your instrument home, please contact one of your building principals, either by phone or email, to make an appointment to have them let you into the building so that you can grab whatever you need from the band room. Percussionists, I really need you to have either a mallet instrument at home, or a piano is fine, or a keyboard is fine. Anything along that lines is just fine. If you need to borrow one of our bell sets or otherwise, you're certainly welcome to do that. Go grab whatever you need. Just make sure we get it back at some point. Okay? All right. So, Vampy, say goodbye. Oh, she doesn't even know her own name. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.